Hey guys, this is Tenah. In the past, a lot of people ask me if I can make some tutorials about the Warlock, and this is gonna be my first tutorial. It's called the Obliterate tutorial. At first, I'm gonna show you which skills are really important at the Obliterate build. Well, at first, it's definitely Obliterate. There's a short explanation to that skill. Um, If you use this skill, it pulls all the enemies 5 meter around your thrall and stuns it for 3 seconds on the first pull. So if you stand in your thrall and you, for example, get an air combo by KFM, you can use that skill. It pulls the KFM and stuns him. And then it explodes after the 3 second and inflict like the 8k damage here. And if you're able to give him an airborne before he exploits and then he exploits while he is airborne, it makes like 50% more damage. That's how Obliterate works. But there are a few more things you need to know about Obliterate and how to work with it. For example, you are relied to a lot of stunts. Therefore, I use the deflect skill and the knock up because it gives you a chance to force your enemy to use his tab escape much earlier, because this combo only works pretty well if the enemy already used the tab escape. Alright, so this is the block. And therefore you also need to know the deflect. This this is kind of wrong description here. It says parries multiple attacks for a half second after casting, which would mean like after the 2 seconds, but the deflect comes at the first half second. So this changes completely how you fight against KFMs, because you don't block all the time, which is pretty useless anyway, because they have a free stun like every 8 seconds, I guess, if you block in front of them. So it's kind of the best way to block against a KFM, because you can give him a deflect with that. And then there comes the Leech. The Leech is getting played on stun. Why on stun? Because you need a lot of stun, as I already said in the Obliterate build. And yeah, this is a 3-second stun, and you can combine it with Dragon Call, which you will see in the video I will show you afterwards. Alright, so this is Leech. And yeah, the best combination for the Sun Leech is when you use the days, and that when he Fs, you give him the tech chase or the follow-up stun, however you want to call it, then you have 100% the stun, and you don't get the risk to hit in a counter, because the days pierces counters of the KFM and all other blocks, whatever. It just pierces everything. Then we go for the 2, the Soul Shackle. As you can see, I got the Hangman Soul Shackle, which allows me to give a double knock up. So this means I have a way longer knock up than Warlocks without the Hangman Soul Shackle. But this combo is also working without Hangman Soul Shackle. I played it on alternative, and it is also possible with only one knock up. It is a bit harder because you need to knock up in the right moment for Obliterate to have the additional damage, and of course you lose some damage because you have like, yeah, one knock up less, and you can spam your RB in the knockups. Alright, then we go for the 4, Dragon Call. Alright, as you can see, I'm not using Helix, I'm using Dragon Call. I'm using the mid Dragon Call on Hangman, which is pretty important. So, as you can see here, it inflicts a lot of damage anyway, more than the left Dragon Call. And it pierces defense and parry, which means it pierces the counter of the KFM. In most cases, I just don't care about the counter, because I give this in the knock-up anyway. But if you are running in trouble, you can also cast this and give a fuck about any counters. Alright. That's yeah, also one really important skill for the Obliterate combo. Alright, this skill was wrong. Sorry, I didn't see that. I was doing PvE before. Yeah, this is Hangman RB. Is Hangman RB required for this combo? Definitely yes. I mean, of course, this combo could also work without Hangman RB. I never tried out without Hangman RB. But the only problem is you can run out of chi. And you definitely deal less damage. So I'm not sure if you deal enough damage with that combo. So Hangman RB is like one of the most important things in that combo as well, because it gives you free damage in every stun, every daze, and every knockup. And this is what the combo is all about. It's all about stuns and combos. It's like the Obliterate build is one of the only combos that Warlocks can really play. You can go for some stun lock against Destroyers and other classes as well, but it's working the best against KFM in my eyes. Alright, then here comes the knockup of the pet, which is pretty important as well in my eyes. I mean, it can fuck up your combos, of course, because you can't time it really. I mean, sometimes your pet just is not giving the knockup, and sometimes it's giving. I still don't know why it's giving the knockup sometimes and sometimes not. But yeah, this knockup is also really important in my eyes, because you can also, if you give them a stun and it knocks him up and he gives the F back roll, there are two possibilities. You can tech chase it with F, the stun leech, or with the daze. So if you follow up this the F roll with the daze, it's like a stun. They can only use their tapscape for it. Alright, here we go. I don't put any points in gravity. Well, of course, it would be nice if I could have some points in here, but it is not so required that I would take some points out of somewhere, so I just leave it like that, because it pulls anyway, and it would only be useful in my eyes if you have 3 points there, because it blocks approach skills. Alright, then let's go for V. I did it on the defense parry penetration as well. I saw some other Warlocks play with the left or the mid wing storm, because you have a lot of stuns. But most of the time in my combos I don't use the Wingstorm anyway against KFMs. So yeah, this is kinda emergency case for me. If I don't have anything left, I use Wingstorm. Alright, then let's go for Z. I guess it's Z. Yeah, I'm not sure. I changed my keybinds here. I go for the non-targeting Sanctum, because the advantage in this Sanctum is that the KVM can't make sidesteps around you or the pet if the pet is inside the circle as well. So yeah, it is kind of giving you a good feeling. It doesn't save you so much. They nerfed this kind of bit in this patch, because before, when the KVM was in the Sanctum, he got the debuff, which made you available to pierce his counter. So you could have made a stun into him while he was countering, and it was ignoring the counter. But it's still really nice for the side stabs, because you don't get into the side stabs of the KVM while you're inside of there. Alright, then let's go for X. X is definitely on stun, as this combo is going for stuns anyway. How you deal with the stun, you can like make it a start or try to hit it while he's countering. So while the KVM is countering, there are short frames where he's not countering, because it's like he's countering for, if he's going for the normal counter, not the elbow counter. The elbow counter is kinda harder in my eyes to time it, stun in between the counters. But if he's using the normal counter, the yellow stuff he's holding at his hand, this counter lasts 1 second and got 1 second and 0.4 cooldown. So there are like 0.4 seconds where he's not countering. So you can just easily give him a stun into that. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of obvious that I use this on resist. I heard that there are some warlocks using this shit, but to be honest, I don't feel like it's useless. It's kind of useless. It's not recovering chi. Uh, it's not keeping off stuns or something else. I feel like it's kind of useless. Alright, Assas. Assas is at least not that important in the combo, but I'm just gonna explain it why I put there 3 points in. Cause it's like emergency as well. So you can snare the enemy if he don't has his SS ready. He's snared for 4 seconds, and there's the Brent at 3 points, which makes it possible to use the F, the Leech. Yeah, there's nothing else to say about that. Yeah, E, I only put 1 point in there. It's it's not part of the combo. It's just giving you like 30% speed buff. And here we go for the Q. Q is definitely stun, as this combo relies on stuns anyway. You can combine the Q and the Obliterate. For example, if you're getting in a stun combo and you know the KFM is not having his tap escape ready, you can give him the Q. So the pet gonna stun him and knock him up. So, and when he's in the knock-up, you instantly press tap to make Obliterate, which pulls him out of the air, gives him a stun, and you are definitely out of any stun you have ever been before, and can give him the knock-up in the right moment. So, the Obliterate is also like a second tab escape for you, because if you don't have your top, but you have your pad around you, or even if you don't have it around you and you got your Q ready, you can give him into stuns, and it's like a second tab escape for Warlocks. Alright, so I explained the build now, and now we're gonna watch the video, which is showing you how the combo is working in the best case. Alright, let's go. Alright, the video gonna start now, and I'm just gonna explain it now. I'm gonna hit the stun at the beginning in between his counters, so that was the moment where he used his tap escape. Alright, we're gonna see this now. So I forced him to use his tap. Well, it was kind of YOLO tap for him. I spawned my pet, and then I'm getting back to use my Sanctum to get some free space and avoiding him to make side stabs. Then I give him the Daze, tag chase with the stun. He got no tap. I'm giving him the Dragon Calls, give him the Q stun, make the Obliterate. It pulls him, gives him the stun. I'll make the knock-up, make the knock-up again. My pad exploited, and he's dead. That was how the combo is working. This was kind of easy in that case because he insta-tapped at the beginning, so it was kind of easy for me. Yeah, but this is how the combo is working at all. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial. Let me know if it was kind of possible to understand what I was explaining to. And yeah, also give me feedback if there were any mistakes or something like that. And don't forget to subscribe my channel and follow me on Twitch. See you guys, I'm out.